Curly Hair Q&A. This is your question of the day. I'm your host, Ken Nickels, and I'm here with Melanie Nickels. She's the founder of the Raw Hair Organic Salon in beautiful Naples, Florida. It's one of the top curly hair salons in the country, and Melanie is one of the top curl specialists anywhere in the world. She is also the founder of the Raw Curls brand of natural and organic curly hair products. Today is another hair color question. Melanie, I've been hearing radio commercials for brands of hair color kits that you can buy mail order. They say it's simple and easy and have people on the phone that can walk you through it if you have problems. I have never colored my hair before by myself, but it sounds cheap and I'm on a budget. Do you think I should try it? If not, why not? And what is the worst thing that could happen?
I feel like these should all be for our Halloween horror hair stories, but
Right.
maybe, okay, so after she tries it, then it will be added to that. So I get it. Yeah, there's lots of these companies out there now. They're really getting popular because people, want to save money and color their hair at home. Fine, go for it. Just remember, there are a lot of factors that we take into consideration. When you're sitting in the chair, we're looking at your hair, we're determining how much gray you have, we're determining your natural level before coloring the hair, the color that's in the hair, the previous things that you've done to it. So there's all these things. It's not just take a box of color and throw it on your hair. Porosity, all these things that are factors in how the color is going to take and come out. So someone on the phone can somewhat, coach you, but it's not going to be the same as sitting in a chair and having a professional looking at it and making that educated decision of, the best approach. So, some people will be fine and you get lucky and, the hair color will turn out okay. And that's great. And then other times, not so much,
So is pretty much your answer to the first part of this question that, yeah, you can buy the hair color cheap, but when you go to a salon, what you're really paying for is the skill level to apply it.
Absolutely.
That you're not getting when you buy it online.
Absolutely.
Even if it's somebody on a phone, and who knows.
Yeah.
My guess is really good hair colorists aren't phone operators in a call bank.
True.
Would be my guess.
Well, that's true. But I know some of these companies are previous hairdressers that started this online hair color business. And I'll tell you, even for me, when someone calls and I'm trying to screen them over the phone so I know even just how much time to book or kind of what I'm getting into, whether they're getting color or highlights, and I ask a lot of questions, people's idea of hair color are different. So you might over the phone be saying, I've got blonde hair, and then I look at you in person and I'm going, you're a dark blonde, you're definitely a dark dishwater blonde. A lot of times people will say they don't have red in the hair or they do have red in the hair. And it's totally different than what my ideas professionally as a hair colorist are. So that can, throw things off. So absolutely, you are paying for the professional education and experience when you get your hair colored. So
what's the worst that can happen?
What's the worst that can happen? And then that gets into application as well. And I see this all the time. People that come in, they've colored their own hair for a while. They're overlapping, so they get a band in the hair, of hair color. That's hard to remove. Or they, miss half the hair in the back. They have spots that are, big patches of gray. It's hard to color your own hair. It's hard. Myself, knowing what I'm doing, it's hard to color my own hair. So, what's the worst that can happen? Well, you can have your hair color cannot turn out, as you expected, and then you have to go to the salon and get it fixed and corrected. And that gets expensive. So when I have somebody come in for a color correction, I charge normally $125 an hour. And so that adds up fast. It's usually never less than $300, $400, $500 once you have to get something corrected.
So basically the answer is play at your own risk.
Yeah, play
So it
at your
could go
own
well,
risk.
might not. Just be prepared for either.
Yeah,
Either way.
exactly. And so,
Okay.
that person on the phone is not necessarily seeing, like I said, what's been previously done in the hair and different things that need to be taken into consideration. So, like if somebody's hair was really blonde, bleached out with all over bleach or heavily highlighted, and now you're throwing color over it, there's a lot of, it's not that simple. You have to
Right.
add pigment back into the hair in order for it to take. It could turn pink. It could turn some funny color. You could
Sure.
have all kinds
You know
of
what I
weird
just
things.
thought of, Melanie, now that you're talking, that would be one of those issues is I've heard you many times over the years have clients that call or new people that call and come in to get their hair colored. And when they sit in your chair and you actually physically look at them, you have to tell them, your hair is so damaged, it can't be colored. I can't do this. And someone on the phone or the box that comes in the mail isn't going to know that.
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. There's a lot of visual things that go into formulating hair color
Sure.
properly. So it could turn out, but it could
not
turn out
Okay.
as well. And then you just have to pay a professional fix it, which ends up being a lot more money.
Yeah. So play at your own risk is really the answer. So, well, great. Thank you very much. It's a very detailed answer, I know, but I know a lot of you would have asked very similar questions to this. So if you have a question that you would like Melanie or I to answer in a upcoming episode, feel free to leave it in the comment section below wherever you're consuming this content, and we'll see you again tomorrow.